there we go. Does
Okay.
this use my unit?
So just a second.
Right.
Let me test. All right. So currently it's Mukluk, Featherbrook Butler, and Pukilo versus Tim Cheeseworth, Yulma, and Willow the Small. Does that sound good?
Very small.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Those do appear to be the correct ones.
All
yes.
right. If you want to use world spells, use them now by clean battle rules.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
What
Okay.
was that?
Okay.
All right.
The storm giant
All right.
from the top row.
Ow.
What if that little?
shins.
What if that slicing pendulum thing hitting everybody?
It
That
looked
would
like
be
my
the
troops took a little
dungeon.
bit of damage.
The dungeon is fighting back.
Oh, it looked. Oh wait. Oh, that's a heal. You healed up.
No, I took
No, I
damage.
healed.
My troops are all damaged, Charlie.
Yeah.
She hit my side.
Whatever EO just cast healed him up, but it looked like an attack. It looked like he
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
blade.
Quit dying.
If it's me, I be sad. Am I the one lagging? Hello? Oh, wait.
I think this could just die for like.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone's like, ooh.
Okay.
Downcast is
I
doing
would
it.
like to go
Manual.
into a separate voice channel for good and evil.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, bye.
All right.
All right.
Nice timing on the sound. Yeah. Okay. Not my turn. Whose turn is it right now?
Alright.
Okay. Whose turn is it to start?
Not me. I think it's their turn.
Whoever. It's. I believe defenders usually go first, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I engage the attack by clicking on the person by the water to pull the other lady in, so that means we're the aggressors.
Right. So I believe that means they go first.
I might move my units next to yours, because there's like a dragon and a bunch of other bullshit in
Yeah,
front of
so
me.
here's the thing. My understanding of the Calamity Dragon is it's essentially just a non-stop mortar. It's just going to sit back there and pelt us with light damage until we get over there to kill it. So that's going to be a thing. I can do some healing throughout the thing. I don't know if I out-healed that, though. If I
Yeah,
were
I've
them,
got
I
the-
would just bunker down and force us to move forward. We're going to see if they do that.
Yeah, I've got healing, but I'm also trying to like figure out how this primal spider works a little bit.
So, I mentioned this earlier in the good channel. I respect into my ultimate ability. So I have one time in this battle, I can heal our entire battlefield.
That'd be massive.
So if they unload some spells and damage on us, I will follow up with that to attempt to counter it.
I forgot how I get my buff to summon the spider.
Okay, so here, listen. Every time your troops attack, they get 3 stacks of spider buff, okay? When you have 5
okay.
stacks of spider buff, it becomes the... your animus. When they have 5 stacks of the buff, they can summon it. Or, in your
Okay.
spell book, you might just have summon spider, and you could just drop it anywhere on the field.
Okay. Okay, so I just need to poke him, and then I
Just
can get my
to-
stacks.
Just to correct one thing there, you get 1 stack by attacking. You get 3 stacks if you use the heal that your animist has. Your animist can just add 3 stacks to a friendly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's. I see the Rising Fury. I thought Rising Fury was different from Fury of the Tunneling Spider.
An animus unit gets actually 2 or 3 stacks from attacking, because if they heal themselves once then attack an enemy, they're at max. Also, because I dabbled in the primal spider thing once before, when you summon it, it will have a basic attack move, and it has a web everything in a big arc in front of it move. That web move is really nice. It does a lot of debuffs. So like if you summon it next to them, and then you could just web like 3 or 4 of them, it's cool.
Yeah.
And you guys have a lot of healers in your army.
Your summons for both of you last only 3 turns. They're not until the end
Yes,
of the battle,
yes,
by the
true.
way.
Whose turn is it now?
It's their turn still. I think both of them are gonna move, and then it's a yes.
Well, there's 3 of them through. Well, actually, wait, hold on. Do they have 2
It's
players on the
2v3.
team or 3?
It's 2v3 here, because EO is controlling 2 armies.
Got it.
Oh, and there's the Calamity Dragon doing its thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
devastating, but it's there.
Yeah, it'll feel a little worse as it stacks up because it spreads the damage over 3 turns, but the effect persists. Like those units that just got hit are going to take more damage next turn and more damage the next turn, along with new victims being selected each turn. So it gets really annoying.
So let's see, Ghost
If
Fire.
I do my tonic, if I do my tonic, can I clear it?
Yes, your tonic will clear it.
Yeah, so it says, yeah, Ghost Fire lasts 3 turns. So I'm guessing if he lands it on the same target again, it would get refreshed, but otherwise it wears off after 3.
They have a very evil looking army. You got to give them points for the RP. Snakes and skeletons and
Dude, this weird Cthulhu angel thing that Katie has scares me.
she
Yeah,
doesn't have its most
agreed.
terrifying ability. It has like a guaranteed dominate where it just picks one of your units and it's like that's mine.
Wait, I think she
Like
has it.
forever?
I'm looking at her skills. She has Eldritch Mind Control.
No, it's worse than that. It's called like deep insanity or dark or unspeakable horror and insanity. It'd be on the far right of her action bar if she had it, and it's like
It's dispellable.
It's forever though. Like you're
Yeah.
mind controlled forever. That's crazy.
it's just like a steal one of your unit dominate command.
Dude,
Just,
I'm,
like, half push
I'm
up.
reading Chaos Pulse. What the hell is this?
The dominate thing, you can dispel it.
That's good to know.
I'm hoping it doesn't work on heroes.
Oh yeah, that'd be a little monka.
That would be super evil, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
So, Chaos Pulse. All enemies in a 1 hex radius have one of the following happen to them at random. Turn into a tier 1 animal, take a bunch of fire damage, gain insanity, get blind, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on.
It's literally the wild magic effect from Dungeons and Dragons. Just spin the wheel and see what happens.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think it is yet time to use map-wide regen.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Alright, so I'm going to step forward a little bit.
Should we just pressure one of their team, and then just go all in on them?
If you take out a ruler, they can't cast any more ruler spells. So
Yeah,
If
that's
one
what I was
of them
thinking. Should we
is-
just go focus on?
if either of them are goofy enough to step their their lords forward, that is, you can try to dogpile it.
Ooh.
Sorry, why can't they cast spells anymore if their ruler dies?
Because you can't cast spells when your ruler is dead?
Oh, ruler. I thought you mean like a hero.
Yeah, I was going to say, you remember my scout, right? Alright, let's see, you... Conjure, wait, what? Sorry, hold on, I've never actually been able to play a turn with Fire Giant. Conjure Fire Runestone, single target magic attack, 4 range. Cooldown 2. Okay. So apparently that's a gun. Okay, and...
The
Alright,
multi to approve.
Does it get to fire this turn, or
I don't know. We're gonna find out. I guess not. I guess next turn is its first time. But it has a 3-turn duration, 2-turn cooldown. So
Oh
the
my
Fire
gosh.
Giant can keep making those. So if they waste energy killing it, then fine.
I like how Servostar says, "F caution, I'm running in with everything."
Most of my units move their max distance forward, but they just don't have crazy movement speed like that Wyvern of his.
I think if I push with my golem, it doesn't get mind control. That's what someone says in chat.
I got them in my
I only play Guild Wars 2 on Tuesdays. I play it every
I've got
Tuesday,
them in my
and
sights.
whenever I'm like really inspired to do
Oh
something.
my goodness, you've just made me
And
realize how fun it would be to
also,
just
whenever
make
there's a
an
new release, I
Overwatch
usually
deck
play it,
when
like,
all
for
your
weeks
heroes
straight.
have the Overwatch heroes.
So,
No,
Keo,
I-
again, just trying to help. You're going to want to
Yeah.
move all your stuff forward and have your Animus, top off anyone who's damaged and use
Ooh.
their heal ability. Like, have both Animus heal the same single Animus to get it to max stacks.
Wait, so they heal each other?
No. So, like, have both of them heal the left guy, for example. That way the left guy gets 3 stacks, then 3 more, and he's max.
Okay. Does
After moving.
Does overheal is overheal a thing for like, say if I like the temporary hit like
Overheal
says
does
heal,
nothing.
give the-
Overheal does nothing.
Oh.
So you are putting the heal on cooldown for 2 turns, but you don't currently need it on this turn, so it's okay. But then you can have the big spider summon ready to go.
Okay.
Also, your shield guys, when they go into defensive mode, there's a little bubble that appears around them, or like a zone. Nothing can cross that zone, so you make sure you keep your 2 shield guys like 1 or 2 tiles apart from each other to
Yeah.
just broaden that zone so nothing can cross through them.
So you said heal the Animus themselves, not like a random unit?
For
Like,
this
so-
turn
basically- so
only,
here's-
have
here's-
both of them heal, like the guy on the left. Like your left Animus, have both of them heal that guy.
Okay.
With the spiritual heal.
Like, since your units aren't really hurt, you're not doing it for the heal. You're just doing it for the stacks of Rising Fury. So put all the
Okay.
stacks onto one guy. Okay. Or,
Okay, so you
yeah,
healed
that
the
guy on
right one, so now have the other one heal that same
Oh,
one.
it doesn't matter who. Oh, it doesn't matter who.
just as long as they both heal the same guy. So that tell that dude to heal himself now.
Okay. And then.
Perfect. So now it says Fury of the Tunneling Spider. On the next turn, if needed, that unit can summon the big spider.
Oh. And then, kind of wanna. I wish I could heal myself. Let's see. I'll just put them all on defense.
If you click end turn, everything that hasn't moved yet will automatically defend.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll just all default to defending if you didn't give them an order.
Okay.
It's not going to matter this turn because you're out of reach, but next turn, make sure when you finish moving, you rotate to face the enemy because all your guys are currently looking off to the east.
Yeah,
staring at
I
the
just
wall.
kind of realized that. I gotta.
It won't matter this turn because they're not really in range to really flank you.
Yeah.
But it will matter when you get closer. You don't want to get hit in the side or the back.
Hold on, chat. I'm gonna turn
Yeah.
that fan
So if I
off.
end turn, they all go defense.
Correct.
Okay. No.
Okay. All right. So it's one of the enemy's turns now. So Calamity Dragons. What faction or what is the source of Calamity Dragons? Where do you get those?
They normally come from the Tome of Calamity, which is a high tier tome, but just like your Kraken or your Fire Giant, you can get them from other sources.
Gotcha. Okay. So she probably had like a special event or something happen.
Possibly.
What was that? Tenchi's use Blaze of the Horde. 20 fire damage to a target plus 5 fire for each adjacent friendly. Huh. Well, that wasn't very efficient.
Damage is damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's casting points. I don't know how much casting points that is. I think 15.
Yeah. He's playing Dark, so there's a high chance he's got the trait on the tree where every time something dies on the battlefield, he gets more casting points.
That's wacky.
So that might be why he's so gung-ho with it.
His entire army is also undead, by the way.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
They just have certain bonuses from being undead.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I was hoping there's like not like constant resurrections or something.
By the way,
It exactly means constant resurrections.
By the way, Mug, just to let you know, they do have abilities that apply like decay, which prevents us from healing. So before you pop your heal, we probably want to do the spell on that.
Okay.
if you weren't already aware of this, if you have regeneration on the unit before you get hit by decay, it'll actually deny the decay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's it.
But yeah, and I think if you have decay, regen removes a stack of decay. Like they counter each other.
I don't know that regen can remove decay, but I know it can prevent it.
Hold on, let me find a tooltip for it and I'll look. Regen counters poison and cannot be given to units with decay. So it counters poison. You are right. Let's see, you've got Weaken, Ghost, Fire, Misfortune.
Well, if your goal was to bait him into focus firing your Bone Wyvern, he took the bait.
Holy shit, dude.
Absolutely was.
Oh, chat, I told you about this unit.
I'm like 80% ranged, so if he walks towards me, that means I have to walk less towards his massive unit.
Chat, look at this. I gushed about this unit to you guys. Do you remember me talking about this? Look at this thing. It's a giant crab made out of skeletons.
Oh, they're just splitting. Okay.
I love this unit.
Fire Rinstone, go!
Wait, I just realized like all their extra units are fighting the right, and then like all their big units are on the left. Oh gosh.
Also, that Phoenix, when it dies, it will return to life after a turn or so. So make sure you're like standing on top of it if it's in your vicinity.
Does that
That'll
does standing
cancel
on
it
top
forever.
of it for the following turn permanently cancel that out, or do you have to stay standing on it?
I don't know. I just know that if you're standing on a corpse, you cannot target it with a resurrection spell, and I'm assuming it works the same for a Phoenix.
Okay.
That's cheeks. Ugh.
All right, so Keo, kind of me and you are going to be pushing toward this blob on the right,
Yeah.
and Silver's kind of 1v1ing an army on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Silver, if your Bone Wyvern survives the dot ticks, pull it back on the next turn.
What are good against the double swords?
Unless you're going to just reanimate it if it dies.
I can, but I think it's a waste. Double swords is just fighter. They're nothing specific.
Oh, so they're not really weak to anything?
No, I don't think they have any speciality.
Okay.
They're just a generic infantry unit, is all.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze of the Horde again.
I mean, I could bring it back, but I think I should save my res for one of their undeads instead.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bone Horrors.
They are clumped up. Do you guys have any like AoE spells you can drop on the middle of all that?
I can summon a mammoth in the middle of them that can stomp and attempt to freeze them all. Which is what I couldn't do in the water!
Now it's time for them to feel the pain.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, if you summon the mammoth right now, they'll just focus fire it because
But
we're
that's okay,
nowhere
it only
near.
lives 3 turns anyway, I wouldn't care.
Ooh.
Can you summon it once?
I can summon it for every... It's either 20 or 30 mana, but I can summon it 2 or 3 times during this fight. From
Summon
the
one
spell
into
book.
my ranks. I'm already fighting.
Like, from the spell
they
book, I can
push.
summon it 2 or 3 times with the amount of... I have 80 combat casting points.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you how to play your faction. Like you do what you think is best.
No, dude, I mean, I welcome input and advice, but yeah, I'll make the final decision, I guess. But I welcome tips.
Yeah, my only concern is if you summon it on their side now, sure it's gonna slow them and like freeze them and do some damage, but they're just gonna focus fire it while both of your armies are just kind of still walking towards them. I'd rather those summons go where the fighting is already happening.
Okay.
I'm not saying summon it on my side, I'm just saying that maybe hold off until your army hits them.
I could absolutely do that.
In a game all about magic and ancient wonders, Silverstar just decided to bring guns. Behold, the wonders of the future.
The future.
I mean, Fairlight, I'm also a mage. I just cast gun.
What's
True.
offensive vanguard?
I don't know where it is. What are you looking at?
Oh, they're units. Units adjacent to a friendly hero, not with offensive formation, deals 10% more damage.
That explains why they're clumping.
Yeah. Oh wait, is the spider tanky? The primal spider?
Do you mean my spider?
Or no, my summon spider.
No, you're okay. The all of the okay, except the bird. But your primal spider and my primal mammoth are kind of like fighter type units. They're brawlers. They're not especially tanky. They do decent damage. Keep in mind that we have access to them from turn 1 of the game, so they're not like mythic units, but they're solid, and we can get them out many times.
Yeah. Let's see it.
What is
Is that
this?
a once per battle
Blightfall.
thing?
For 3 turns at the start of your turn, an enemy unit takes 15. But oh, it's the thing from that celestial event earlier. Okay. We have lots of units that are like 80 to 90% health. Do you think this is a good time to put 2 regeneration on the whole army? I can do it once.
I think regeneration is best used preemptively, like as you're about to hit the enemy, rather than after they're already fighting, because they tend to focus fire units down and kill them. So regen is not as good. I don't know. Like, at least in PvP, people will focus fire, and regen doesn't help a whole lot against that.
So it gives bolstered resistance, haste, which gives very fast movement and another retail attack, and 2 regen to all of the armies on the field that are on our side.
If you're going to engage this turn, I would pop it now.
I would agree with Fairlight. Use it the turn you are about to go in.
Okay. I cannot reach them this turn, so I guess
Preferably after you summon your mammoth and your spider.
Okay.
He holds strong.
All right. Would you like me to summon a mammoth in front of their front line on your side, Silver, right now?
It would be very helpful if you think that's useful.
Sure.
You know, it'd be even better.
What?
Stick it in the back behind their archer, between their archer and their support unit.
You see that druid of the circle
Yes.
all in the cycle all the way in the back? That needs to die. It resurrects and does damage while healing everyone around.
Okay.
It needs to die.
I don't know if this will kill
Oh,
it, but I can mess with it. It's frozen.
Boom!
That's perfect.
Oh, that's actually big. Yeah, deny its turn.
Ooh, I'm scared for the giant.
Yeah.
See what what spells I have.
Really considering doing the regen now because I'm going to be retaliating on the next turn and it will patch. I think I am. My giant will be in range to do his own offensive stuff on the next turn.
Why don't you just run at them and hit them for 140 damage?
Because I'm built different, and by different I mean I can't do that.
I mean, you have a fire giant.
Yeah, and he's moved as much as he can this turn.
That's fair. I would personally
Big
say,
guy.
I would say hold for one more turn for the regen, but if you really feel like you want to, go ahead.
Whoa!
Ooh. Okay.
Help
well,
me,
I have
Mammoth
to go in.
God!
No.
I mean, all the bolstered resistances and defense will be good anyway, because they're about to smack you guys next turn.
Ooh. Oh yeah. How do you know? So you know when you engage melee unit, they like hit you back. How you know if they get the first hit back?
They only get to attack you first if it's a pole arm, because pole arms have long reach.
Oh, it's only
any
pole
other
arm.
any other unit, you hit them, they hit you back, then you hit them, and then usually they only hit back once, but some units do have multiple counter swings. So, in most cases, it's you hit them, they hit you, and that's it.
I see.
Suppressing Barrage.
And who's taking their turn right now? Is it Mr. Diggermeister?
Silver.
It is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm waiting
Who's
to see
going
the
to
mage
do
lock.
amazing, amazing things.
I'm just waiting to see the mage locks go off.
Yo. Dude, that gun is.
Oh wow,
beefy.
you can move forward, attack, and back up in the same turn.
Only this unit. Only the Dragoons.
The Dragoon unit is pretty freaking disgusting.
I'm so used to after you fire, turn over.
Yeah, it's like their cultural. Oh, that miss! Oh
No.
no, that was a big
It
one.
was a 60%.
Marked. What is I'm looking at that. Minus evasion. Okay.
Yeah, I should have done that
Ooh.
first.
Ooh, that was nice.
Hmm.
Is that blind? It said your guys were attempting to blind them. Is that your cultural unit's default ability? Or do you
I have
atone
no
for that?
idea.
Gotcha.
See what I can
And
do
all your
here.
units got topped off by the regen.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's very nice.
All right, so Kyo, the unit that can summon the spider summons right next to it, and it's pretty far back from the fighting area. So if you summon it now, it won't reach the fight next turn. I would
So I gotta have 'em-
recommend you take the unit that is able to summon the spider and move it forward a little bit, and then summon it on the following turn.
Okay.
Oh my
Do
gosh,
you
I
disagree,
can set
Silver?
a unit on fire.
No. I was gonna say it will take your entire turn to summon the spider, so you can't move and summon, but I was too hasty. Sorry.
Also that, Kyo. If you do any movement with that unit, it can't summon it, so it's worth knowing.
Wait, as soon as I move, it doesn't summon? That's so cheeks.
No, it's just that you
So,
doing the
look-
summon consumes the
look-
entire turn for that thing.
Look at your animist unit, go, and then look at the summon. You see the 3 little dots under it?
Yeah.
That's all 3 of your action points. Normally, you spend an action point to move. So with a
Oh
big
my gosh.
with
Yeah,
a
okay, I
spell
get
like that, yeah, with a spell that big, you can't move and summon in the same turn. But the
That's,
the actions that have only 1 white dot, you can walk first and then do them.
That said, I would like to point something out. Your ruler does have the ability to give another unit another turn, so they can basically do 2 turns in one go. So you could move it, use your ruler's ability on it, and then you can summon. That's an option.
Yeah. Can't. Wait, I did a spell, but it didn't cast.
So you'd click the spell, and then I think you right-click on the target. If
Yeah.
you left-click, you might have canceled out of it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. If I burn them, then I can definitely get them out of their formation. Because then the ground's on fire. Can't. Let's see here. Oh, I
that's
can do the
kinda nice.
teleport. Oh my gosh, action points.
It's your first fight, so,
Yeah, it's
take
fine.
your time.
Ooh, well, you're going all in. Okay, so you've already sent one unit really far forward. So at this point,
Well, I was
would...
gonna.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm gonna do a teleport into literally behind their first 3 units, and then I'm gonna do a quake stomp, and that's gonna hit like 4 of them.
Well,
Like, this
you're
guy's pretty
already
tanky.
you're already committed to it at this point. Let's see it.
Yeah, I'm bolstered as fuck. And then smash.
Now they will probably all focus. Hey, that was nice. They will probably all
Yeah.
focus that thing now. So at this point, it's like, okay, we need to move the other forces forward as well.
Oh fuck it, I'll just go all in. And then.
Just
Hmm?
I was just sorry. I should have thought about my words before I started talking. I was just gonna say, be careful with your ruler.
Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna cast a heal.
Chad, I am very concerned for Kyo. This is a mage, and she just went. "Ah!"
30.
This is a
No.
mage.
Yeah.
I think she's dead. I think this mage is dead. Like, their ruler just ran forward.
Yeah.